Well, greetings, people of the internet. Unky Joe here, Unky Joe's Playhouse. Pardon the mess, we're a work in progress right now. I just wanted to get a quick video out talking to you about how to add a camera into Blue Iris. I've had a lot of requests for this, so I thought I'd throw together a really quick video and show you how it's done. All right, so I'm over here on Prometheus. Now, I already have the camera set up. It's the Reolink. I forget the model number. We can go look at it here real quick. All right, so excuse the mess. The office is still a work in progress, but as you can see, I've got the Reolink camera up and running. I called it Rio Test, and we can click on the little gear icon here, and we can get some more information like the name of the camera, and it's an RLC-820A. This is the camera that Reolink sent me to test, oh God, over a year ago. We've done some various videos on it. I've never had much confidence in this camera, but since I'm testing that since I'm testing the Ubiquity Edge switch, I thought, well, we'll plug this PoE camera in and get it set up. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to add it to Blue Iris. So under the network settings, it's just getting a DHCP address of 5.49. So that's what we're going to use. So we need to go over into Blue Iris and get the camera set up. So I'm back over on Prometheus, and this is my i5 10th gen CPU on here, the 10400. Good processor. I cannot recommend it highly enough. This machine has been a workhorse. It's been up nearly 60 days now with no runs, no drips, no errors. It is my Plex, my MB, my Blue Iris, I run Fork on here, which is from my Minecraft server. What else do I run on here? I run a ton of stuff on here. But anyway, we're focusing on Blue Iris today. So what I'm going to do is open Blue Iris. Now, I have Blue Iris set to run as a service, so it's actually in the background running all the time. But I do have to load the interface here to add a new camera, which is what we're going to do today. So it's fairly trivial. So we're going to need to know a few things about the camera. One is the IP address of the camera. The other one is the username and password we set up on the camera. And boy, it's a foggy day outside. So basically, you can just click anywhere here on this black area, right click on it and go add new camera. Now I'm going to call this office and OFF. And we're going to use a network IP on it. I'm not going to enable the motion detector, but I am going to enable direct-to-disk recording so that it doesn't require any re-encoding. And I'm going to tell it OK. And then we're going to put our IP address in here. Now, normally, it's 5.49. Normally, all I have to do is click on this, and we need to put an admin username and password in there. So I'll go ahead and put that in, and then I click on Find Inspect. And usually what it'll do is it'll find what is most compatible for the camera. As you can see, it went out and it read it, and it found something generic. So it may or may not find your specific model. All right, we'll just accept the defaults and click on OK. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to change it to 15 frames per second. And I'm going to go ahead and go record. And I'm going to record, I'm going to leave it when triggered. And we'll come back into our motion sensor later. Right now, I just want to get the camera set up. And the problem is it's really going to screw up my camera layout on my display, but that's okay. This thing only needs to be recording when I could set it to record all the time, or I could set it to record only when motion is detected. What I'm going to do is just run it on motion detection only. Now, in order to help you get your camera configured, especially for motion detection, you can temporarily highlight the motion, and I'll show you what that does. So if you click that, click on OK, and let the camera reset. And then we'll come up to our browser view and we'll highlight that camera. And then you can see when I'm moving, you see the blue boxes around my hands? That's the motion detection. And that should trigger the computer to start recording this video footage. So you can turn that on, and then of course you probably want to come back and turn that off. So again, we'll go to cameras, right click, go to camera settings, go to trigger, go under motion sensor and configure, and do not highlight motion. I turn that off because sometimes I use this footage in my recordings, in my YouTube videos, and I don't want those blue boxes to appear. So I'm going to turn that back off. And then that should ensure us that it'll record whenever it detects motion. So I'm going to go ahead and close Blue Iris on the Prometheus server and let it run as a service still. And as you can see up here, it is still indeed running. And we'll give it some time to run, and then we'll see if it records any footage, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so it's been a little while. I went and had lunch, and I come back, and you can see me sitting here recording right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the clips up here on Blue Iris, and there you go. There's some footage of me walking, actually getting out of my chair and walking. And then my little baby girl pops her head out from underneath the blanket. So when you set it up for triggered recording and a motion detector, you have to keep in mind that you may have to tweak those settings in order to get it to record at the beginning and the ending of motion being detected, and whatever triggers might set it off. Whereas with continuous recording, it'll record it, and I have mine set up to record like in 2-hour chunks, and then to save it and split into another file. So, but you can see it is recording when it's triggered, and it appears to be working. So there's me coming back from lunch and putting the baby girl back on the chair. So there you go. Not a real deep dive, but a cut and dried, simple solution to adding a camera quickly under Blue Iris, and some things to be aware of: how to set the recording options, how to trigger recordings, etc. We'll do a deeper dive later on as time goes on, but I had that Reolink camera sitting around. I've been testing this PoE switch right here, and I thought, well, what's one more device? So I put in the Reolink camera and figured I might as well add it to Blue Iris while I was at it. So we hope you found the video entertaining and informative. As always, please give us a thumbs up down below if you liked the video. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. We are that close to 10,000 subs. That would be nice to achieve. Donate if you're so inclined. We accept PayPal, Patreon, and the YouTube join function. It gives you access to other things like our private Discord server, which will be going private. Eventually, we'll have a private and a public area on our Discord server. So, but if you want to get in on the good stuff, throw a little coin our way. It helps to keep the lights on around here. Please come back and see us again. And don't forget, we'll see all of you on the other side.